Hello everybody and welcome to What's Up, and this, by the way, is the slowest Moab in history. Prepared to be extremely unimpressed, but it was a good length for this video, so let's go ahead and get into the questions. So there's this girl. She's extremely beautiful and intelligent, but during the middle of the year I used to kind of like her and I didn't do a good job of getting her to feel the same way. After a while I realized that it was a lost cause and I attempted to become her friend. This was a fail due to the fact that I still liked her. But now I'm completely over her and all I want to do is try to become her friend again. And I think since I don't like her anymore, it should be possible. But how do I get her to realize that I'm normal so I can attempt, and even then, how I go about becoming her friend? Please help, it would be greatly appreciated. The best thing that you can do right now is to just be normal. Like, a lot of the times when people try and overprove themselves and prove the fact that they're just a friend or prove the fact that they like somebody, they go a little too far and it comes off as too much. And by trying to prove that you're not into her, it may make her think that you are into her. So the best thing that you can do is to just relax, just be cool with her, be yourself, and just be her friend. And after a certain amount of time, she will realize, oh, hey, he's just being normal with me. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary. He's not trying to impress me. He's just being normal. So sadly, it's not going to happen straight away. There's no magic thing that you can do to make her be like, oh, click, boom, light bulb. He just wants to be my friend. It is going to take a little bit of time. But just be normal with her, and eventually she will realize that you just want to be her friend. Okay, so I have a situation and I would like your opinion on it. So long story short, my parents want me to stay in school, but I want to make music because that is what I love. I'm a college student, by the way. I'm 20 and I want to do my own thing. I don't know how to tell them that I want to drop out of college and pursue my dream, but every day I feel like I'm wasting my time in school and it is killing me deep down not being able to make music. Any reply will be greatly appreciated. Your videos are amazing. Keep them coming, and thank you for reading. I actually went through a very similar situation where schooling, or a part of my schooling, was making me very, very depressed. And it was impacting on my life to the point where I was only living school. I could do nothing else. I could think about nothing else. And it was just making me really unhappy. It was impacting on my personal happiness. So I decided to drop out and do something that I love, which is what I did. That's what I'm doing. And I'm pursuing something that I love. And I feel like everyone should always have the opportunity to follow their dreams and pursue something that they love if they have the options to do so, which you obviously do have the options to do that. Now, I'm not going to say that you should just straight up drop out and be like, you know, balls to the walls and just go and do whatever you want. What you can do is look into taking less classes at school, so it takes you a little bit longer to get your degree. You can also look into doing it online, so you don't have to physically go to the school and be there, because that will give you more time to do music. Or you can decide to completely drop out. But I think what you need to do at the very, 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 very least is to find a balance between what you love and what you have to do. That's what you have to do at the very least. Also, you don't have to go to a 4-year college to get skills that employers appreciate. You can take 1-year courses, 6-month courses, 3-month courses, and these can be in anything. They can be like office skills, it can be nursing, it can be counseling, it can be a bunch of things. There's so many things that you can do these days by just getting a qualification in it. You can be a masseuse, you can do a lot of things. So you might want to look into some courses as well that you could take that aren't going to take up 4 years of your life, that you could fall back on. And that way, even if you're not really looking into taking any of those courses, which you probably should, but when you talk to your parents about you wanting to drop out, it will show that you've actually really thought this out. And you say, look, I've looked at this course, I'm going to take this course so I have something to fall back on, etc., etc. And they will see that you've really thought this out, and they should respect that and appreciate that and like the fact that you're pursuing what you love. Also, another thing that I want to bring up is that you can always go to school later in life. And my mother went back to school at age 40 to do sign language, to be an interpreter for deaf people. And she is now working with deaf people. So it is never, ever, ever too late to go back to school and get something. I mean, you can give music 6 years and be like, if it doesn't work out in 6 years, I'm going to go to college. and you can just do that. But I think at the moment when you're young and you have all that energy and passion, you should really use it to try and go for your dream. Now is the time to try and go for it, especially in something like music, acting, modeling. These are all things that appreciate youth. Sadly, they do. They appreciate youth, and now is the time that you can really pursue it. So I would say just go for it, man. People can say this is bad advice, but you know what? Being happy is a lot more important than people give it credit for. And I think that you should at least find a balance between what you love and what you have to do. So that's my advice. Hi, Miss 5000 Watts. I was wondering if it is bad to only like one race of girls. For example, Asian, Latino, or white. I thought about this question for a while because with things like race and religion and politics, people get very sensitive when you delve too far into those things. So I'm not going to get too far into it. People may get butthurt. We do not wish for those things to happen. So what I would say is that I don't think that it's a bad thing. As in, like, you are a bad person, you're evil, do not collect $200. I don't think that it's a bad thing. But what I will say is that I think it is a shame. And the reason that I say that is because it is hard enough to find somebody that will genuinely be there for you, that will love you, that you can trust, that will be there through thick and thin if you're looking throughout the whole entire world. It's hard enough to find that one person that is gonna ride or die for you, for lack of better terms. So when you're limiting yourself to one set group of people, it's gonna be really hard for you to find someone who is genuinely gonna be there for you. And you might miss out on an awesome person because they're not the race that you are pursuing. And I mean, if that's your personal preference that you are attracted to, like you're only attracted to Latinas or whatever, that's your personal preference. And I can't sit here and say that that's bad because that's what you're attracted to. I mean, you can't help what you're attracted to. That's just what does it for you. But what I will say is just don't tunnel vision. My advice is if you are only attracted to one race, that is fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. But just don't tunnel vision them. If a girl comes along that's not part of that race that you're attracted to, don't just straight up block her out and not get to know her or anything like that just because she's not a part of that race. Just give every woman an equal chance to get to know you, because you never know. That girl that just so happens to be a part of that race that you were never really attracted to could end up being an awesome, awesome, amazing person. And a lot of the time, especially when you get older, looks have less and less and less to do with it, and it's more about the person on the inside. So just that's just my advice to you. Don't completely block out women from other races. If you do have a preference, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't block women out because of their race. Okay guys, that is pretty much it for the video. If you have a question that you'd like to ask me, please send me a YouTube inbox message and I will speak to you guys later.